Hey everybody, it's Ronnie from Scent Science, back to you with another amazing video. Today we have my top 10 fragrances that are cheap but make you smell rich. Today we have a whole litany of different fragrances. We have fragrances from designer to inspired cologne fragrances. As you can see here, I have some decants of some fragrances as well as some bottles. The reason why I have decants is because if I have a fragrance bottle and I think it's worthy to be sold and I don't wear it that much, I usually will either get a decant or make a decant of that fragrance. Decants are great, but I am low-key a blind buy type of person. A lot of times I just blind buy a lot of bottles, but I used to decant a lot of different things. And I have links to all of these fragrances and all the best prices that I can find online in the description. So check that out after you get done watching the video. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit 1,000, we'll give away Nishani's Ani in our next live giveaway. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the subs. So if you have a moment, please subscribe to the channel for more content. The first fragrance up here on this list, Ferragamo Uomo Signature. This right here is an amazing fragrance. I actually found it by accident. I was at Nordstrom about maybe 2-3 years back and stumbled upon this fragrance. Of course, like I say, don't buy anything retail. If you can find it cheaper online, please do. And I found this cute little bottle on Amazon for the low. And I'll put all the prices of all the fragrances as I talk about them right under the fragrances, as you can see. I've magically made my laptop appear. So I'm gonna give you a spray test as well as talk about the nose. So let's give a few sprays here on the tester. So this right here has main accords of warm, spicy, leather. It's aromatic, a little bit of coffee, some vanilla, citrus, cinnamon. It's sweet with amber and animalic. This right here is such an amazing fragrance. It smells rich. You can get it incredibly cheap on Amazon. You can get it incredibly cheap on Joma Shop. You can get it incredibly cheap pretty much everywhere. This is one of the fragrances that are still around. I believe that this line is actually getting discontinued. A lot of manufacturers, when something does well, for some reason they want to discontinue it. This right here has top notes of pink pepper, mandarin orange, grapefruit, cinnamon, cardamom, cypress in the middle. The base notes are going to be tonka bean, leather, roasted coffee, and patchouli. Now to let you know, the coffee smell is not that dominant. It's a really nice rounded fragrance, perfect for the fall, the autumn, nighttime, the winter time, into spring. I wouldn't wear this in the summer. It can get a little cloying in the summer. And I'm talking about like summer daytime when it's like 90 something degrees outside. But besides that, this right here is an amazing fragrance. And like I say, you can get it for dirt cheap. It's in the description with all the rest of these. Will definitely make you smell like you got some money in your pocket. Next up, we have Spicebomb by Viktor and Rolf. So this is the original EDT version. It is still spicy, just like Extreme, but this is like the baby brother of the Extreme. It's still going to last you a few hours. The main accords are going to be warm, spicy, cinnamon, tobacco is sweet, soft, spicy, leather, aromatic, and citrus on the bottom. You can get this for dirt cheap, even at this size. I believe the size of this bottle, if I'm not mistaken, is a 1.7. You can get it for dirt cheap. It's an amazing bottle. You'll get yourself just a few hours on it. On my skin, this right here is only going to last about 4 to 5 hours on my skin, but on clothes, it'll last about 7 to 8. It's a really great fragrance, a really great alternative to the Extreme version that lasts longer and have more of that tobacco smell. But this right here is still gonna be spicy, still gonna be bright. You'll have top notes of pink pepper, bergamot, some grapefruit, cinnamon, saffron, and paprika in the middle. Then the base, that tobacco and that leather, and that vetiver. It's a really, really great fragrance. I would only wear this in the fall, autumn, nighttime, wintertime, and in the spring. This is another fragrance I wouldn't wear in the summer. The pepper can become a little bit too much in the summer. But again, this right here is a great fragrance. Pick it up. It'll smell rich. Spicebomb by Viktor and Rolf. Next up, we have Versace Eros Flame. This right here is my favorite Versace. I know a lot of people would just want to do the original Eros, but this right here to me is my favorite Versace's fragrance, especially for the summer. This is an amazing grapefruit, citrusy, vanilla type of fragrance. The main cause of this fragrance is going to be citrus, vanilla, aromatic, fresh, spicy, woody, warm spices, sweet, powdery. I don't smell the powder, and a little bit of rose. This is an all year round fragrance. I've worn this in the spring, summer, winter, autumn, fall. I've pretty much worn this every single time of year. The only time I would say caution with this fragrance is if you're over about 95 degrees, then right here it may choke a little bit, all because of that vanilla hint to it. That right there may seem a little bit much on it, but besides that, all the rest of the years, all the rest of the temps, all the rest of the humidity, this right here is absolutely perfect. With top notes of some mandarin orange, some black pepper, some lemon, rosemary. The middle's gonna be a little pepper, geranium, and rose. The base note is tonka bean, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, and oak moss. When it comes to Fragrantica, like I said, you always gotta take their notes and things with a grain of salt. With this fragrance right here, it is a tiny bit off. Everybody I've spoken to, everybody I know smells some grapefruit. I think that's probably coming with that mandarin orange and lemon mixing together, making that note. I can definitely smell the grapefruit in this. You can pick this up for relatively dirt cheap. I think even about roughly 40 bucks for this 1.7. It's an amazing fragrance. I recommend everybody to pick it up. It smells expensive. I know a lot of people are still wearing that Bleu de Chanel, which I always recommend people not to wear Bleu de Chanel because you're not going to smell different. This right here, a nice, young, sophisticated gentleman can wear this definitely in the summer and spring. Now this right here is my absolute favorite summer fragrance. This is my absolute favorite clone, AKA inspired fragrance, and it's from Dossier, I think I'm saying it right, Woody Sage. It is an inspired clone of Joe Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Now, this right here is absolutely amazing, and it smells just like Joe Malone Sea Salt. If you had Joe Malone Sea Salt in one hand and this in the other, you could not tell the difference. This right here is a perfect, and when I mean perfect clone / inspired fragrance. So to tell you, I love Joe Malone fragrances, but that wood and sea salt does not last for nothing. I put it on my skin when I was in Sephora, and it only lasted, I kid you not, 25 minutes. It didn't even reach 30. I sprayed it, walked around from there to the food court, ordered a smoothie, and it was gone. But this right here, this Woody Sage, will last you about a good 6 hours. And on clothes, it's going to last you about a good 10, almost 12, depending on the fabric. This right here is just absolutely amazing. With top notes of fig tree and grapefruit, I love a good fig fragrance, but sometimes the fig can be a little overbearing, but this right here is perfect. The middle notes is going to be marine and umbrec. I think I'm saying it correctly. I may be saying it wrong. And then the base is going to be that sage and amberwood. This is absolutely my favorite summer fragrance. This right here is a gatekeeping fragrance. I'm not gatekeeping it. If you want to gatekeep it to your friends, that's fine. I suggest you tell them to come to the channel, watch the content, because I don't gatekeep anything. But this right here, absolutely amazing. It's dirt cheap. You can get it off their website for 30 bucks and you'll get this size bottle. You know I'm a sucker for a magnetic cap. See that? Magnetic cap. And one thing I love about Dossier is that they tell you exactly what's in it on the bottle. Next up, another inspired fragrance from Dossier. It's Aromatic Ginger. Now this right here is an inspired, AKA clone version of Louis Vuitton's L'Immensité. I already have another clone of that, which I think is a little bit closer than this. I like the fact that this one smells a little bit more aromatic in the sense. This is just a little bit more juicy, a little bit more marine. That's why I kind of like this version a little bit better. But my other clone by J&Lo from Maison Alhambra is actually closer to the original, but this right here is a wonderful inspired fragrance, again with a magnetic cap. This one right here is absolutely amazing. It's a little bit more different, but it's good to be different. With top notes of grapefruit and marine notes, like I said, you'll have the middle being celery sage, some geranium and rosemary. And then the bottom will be amberwood as well as some latmium. This right here on my skin is gonna last about 6 hours. On clothes, it's gonna last about 8, possibly 9, depending on the environment, depending on your fabric that you're wearing. But it's absolutely amazing, and you will smell rich off of this. Even if it doesn't smell close enough to Louis Vuitton's version, this right here, people will definitely ask, what are you wearing? Next up, you'll have Versace Dylan Blue. Now, Versace Dylan Blue is such an amazing fragrance from Versace. To me, switched up from the realm of what Versace is going for. It does smell a little bit more designer, even though most of these Decepticons are designer. This one smells the most designer. It's a really, really good fragrance. It's a good, fresh fragrance. It's that great coming out of the shower gel type of fragrance. It's going to be mass appealing. It's great for the office. It's great for interviews. It's just great for an everyday wear. With the main accords being that amber, that's what you're going to smell off top, the citrus. It's a little fresh spicy, it's musky, aquatic, a little warm spices, woody, it's very fresh, aromatic, and they say it's smoky on the bottom, but I don't smell any smoke at all. You can get this, again, very, very dirt cheap. It's good all year round. This right here is the most versatile fragrance of all of them up here. It's also the most designer smelling. It still is an amazing fragrance. So you can wear this any time of the year, any time of the day. It's such a great fragrance to have. Versace Dylan Blue is such an amazing fragrance. Next up is something that nobody in the fragrance community talks about, which I'm very, very surprised of. But that's also a good thing, because now people don't smell like you. I'm not gatekeeping. This right here will definitely turn some heads, and it'll make you smell expensive. So this right here is Alien Man by Mugler. This is such an amazing fragrance. So the main accords, you're going to have fresh, spicy, woody, aromatic, amber, some green notes, musky, soft spices, leather. I don't smell any of the leather, and a little bit of floral. This right here is a fragrance that you can wear any time of the year, any time of the day. I know on Fragrantica it says that only that half summer, but that half summer is just from the beginning of the summer or the late summer, not the mid. I would definitely put this on any time in the summer, as long as the heat is under about 85 degrees. And it's not because that it'll be choking, it's just that it may tend to get a little annoying because of the different notes that it has. So the top notes are going to be Anzi, I think that's how you're saying it. Please, if that's wrong, let me know in the comments. Dill, mint, lavender, some beach, some thyme, some lemon, some cashmere, some leather, pepper, geranium. At the base you have white, amber, cashmere, and vanilla. This right here is such an amazing fragrance. I may actually get another bottle of this. This is actually going to be my scented today. Alien Man. You'll definitely smell different. You'll definitely smell like you got some money in your pocket. This right here is such an amazing fragrance. Now, it wouldn't be a top 10 cheap video without Baby Aventus Mont Blanc Explorer. This right here is Baby Aventus for a reason. Not a clone, but people consider it a clone because it takes so much inspiration from Creed's Aventus. But this right here is absolutely amazing. My wife likes Aventus. My wife loves this. It's absolutely great. The main accords are going to be woody, citrus, aromatic, amber, musky, fresh spices, a little bit of oud, soft spices, warm spices, and earthy. You can wear this anytime. All the way from 100 degrees, all the way down to 32 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. This right here is absolutely amazing. The only thing I don't like about Mont Blanc Explorer is that it does not last long. The Mont Blanc Explorer is something you would have to drown in. I'm talking about maybe 7 sprays, 7, 8, maybe 9, depending on the situation, the time of the year, because it does not last long. I have yet to see one Mont Blanc fragrance last long. That's just my personal opinion, but this right here still smells amazing. It's weaker than the new batches of Creed Aventus. Just keep that in mind. With top notes of bergamot, pink pepper, celery sage. The middle is going to be Haitian vetiver, some leather. The base is going to be ambroxan, some wood, some patchouli, and I don't smell any cacao in this, but it may be in the background. This right here is such an amazing fragrance. This is one that I can't live without. I have a bottle of this, but I just picked up the decants just to keep everything kind of symmetrical. This right here is definitely amazing. Now this one right here, you can definitely pick up. It may be the most priciest here on the list to pick up. If you could find it at a really good price at discounters, this one would be the one that you'll definitely want to get. You're going to find this for roughly about 75, 76 bucks. I'll see if I can find one a little bit cheaper for you, but this right here is Emporio Armani's Stronger With You. This one right here is the EDT version. It's the, I believe this is the original, but it's the EDT. Now this right here smells amazing. This one's definitely a date night fragrance. This one right here, you can definitely smell that it is a designer, but it does have some niche qualities to it. You're gonna have warm, spicy, vanilla, aromatic, sweet, soft, spicy, amber, fruity, balsamic, and powdery. Now, I would only wear this in the fall, autumn, nighttime, and the winter. This one right here is a little bit much for warmer weather. I would say anything over about 80 degrees. This one right here is definitely for a date night cheapie. This is perfect. You'll have a top note of chestnut, the middle being sage and lavender, and the bottom being vanilla. Simple notes, but again, Fragrantica, grain of salt. This right here is such an amazing fragrance. This was my first dip into the world of Stronger With You. I have Stronger With You, absolutely. Let me know if you want me to make a video of that. It's coming up later, but it's gonna be a part of a different video. If you want me to make a separate video, just giving my opinion and my breakdown of Stronger With You, absolutely, which in my opinion is the best Stronger With You ever made, let me know. But again, this right here is absolutely amazing. Next up is one that really doesn't show up much on a lot of review videos, which is very shocking to me. I may see it here and there, but it doesn't show up as much. It is Bentley For Men Intense. Now this right here is definitely going to be a date night fragrance. The great thing about this right here is going to dip your toe into fragrances with a liqueur accord. Now the main accords of this fragrance is going to be woody, spicy, amber, rum, fresh spices, smoky, leather, balsamic, aromatic, and cinnamon at the bottom to round everything out. Now, like I said before, this is fall, nighttime, autumn, the beginning of spring when it's still very chill outside at night, and winter. This right here is a definite banger. This right here is gonna sneak up on everybody. It's such an amazing fragrance. It leans a little sweet, but in a masculine kind of way. You're going to have that rum note, so it's a little grown up. It's an amazing fragrance. I'm not gatekeeping it. You may catch it on some videos, but this right here is absolutely amazing. This one I may even make a video for if you want me to. Let me know in the comments if you would want a video of this, because it's such an amazing fragrance, and I'm glad in this video I had a chance to revisit it. The top notes are going to be pink pepper, some bay leaf, some bergamot. You're going to smell a little bit of that citrus on top. The rum, wood, and cinnamon. I love fragrances that have rum, wood, and cinnamon, cognac, wood, and cinnamon, liqueur, wood, and cinnamon. They are an amazing grown-up type of fragrance. In the middle, you have celery, sage, some geranium. The base, you have a little bit of incense, just a little bit of incense, some leather, benzoin, patchouli, and cedar. This right here is a definite banger. On my skin, I'm getting around about 6.5, 7, and on clothes, I'm getting about 10, 11. Even on some fabrics, some time of the year, I'm getting 12 hours on clothes. This right here is a very, very, very well-made cheapie. I'm surprised that this fragrance doesn't even roll over into the niche category. They did a great job at Bentley. Not only are they a great luxury car brand, they made themselves a great luxury fragrance at a designer price point. Again, don't buy it retail. All the links in the description. If I had to put these into a top 3, I would definitely say Woody Sage would be number 1. Number 2 would be Bentley Intense Man. And number 3 would be Spicebomb EDT. We're on the road to 1,000. So if you have a moment, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. We're trying our best to make sure we give you quality content all the time. And without you, this channel would not exist. We do appreciate all the love because this is a journey that we are sharing together. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away Nashani's Ani, just for a thank you for hitting 1,000 subscribers. This is Ronnie from Scent Science.